By now I've discussed all the attributes. I've discussed the 4 other rulers that I'm using for this early foray into deck building, centered on the 5 of the 10 2-color Lapis rulers. I chose 5 that had the attribute twice. It would have been very similar to one of the sets like Legacy Lost or Return of the Dragon Emperor, just a different configuration. And this ruler is broken. I'm going to do a brief video on it. Again, I've discussed so many of the cards by now, and I don't really want to repeat myself too much. I like to repeat myself, but this would have been super overkill. That by now I've talked about every single part of the toolkit in all attributes. So, and again, this ruler is banned, but not in my cube. All right. So when it comes in, by the way, Judgment is very quick. This is really quick. This is why this card was banned. Not only is Judgment quick, but let's read about the resonance. So if you've got a Firestone and if you've got a Windstone, you're going to get something great. So target Resonator you control gains Swiftness. Boom. I mean, you're hitting hard. The other target Resonator you control, or maybe the same one, gains Flying. It doesn't say anywhere in here that you have to pick different resonators. So you could drop one thing, one resonator, say turn 3, even turn 2, and it'll have Swiftness and Flying, and then boom, you turn over, and you're doing crazy stuff. This is why this card got banned. This card is a lot like Reflect Refrain. Not just that it is a very ban-worthy card, but because really, I mean, of course, Reflect Refrain, you can just put any deck together and just plop Reflect Refrain on it. At least with this one, yeah, you need to be in Fire and in Wind. But that's fine. I mean, you're in Force of Will, and your will restrictions are non-existent with all these stones that you can drop that enter untapped. So again, I'm going to read in detail this thing because it really is worth mentioning just for historical reasons why this card is so incredibly busted. Okay, so when it enters your field or whenever it attacks, you pick one. And you cannot do both. You got to pick one. The first one that you can pick is put target Resonator you control on the bottom of its owner's deck. So you pick one of your critters and you say, I don't want you anymore. If you do, reveal the top of card of your deck. If it's a Resonator, put it into your field. Okay? So now, by the time you do that, you've already put it, you've already gotten rid of it, and it may be a chant. Of course, one of the things that would be really good to do with this type of deck is just everything's a Resonator. And of course, then you don't have to worry about what's at the top of your deck. Just make this deck with 40 Resonators. I may even try that just for kicks. Then the second one, put target Magic Stone you control on the bottom of its owner's Magic Stone deck, and then put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into your field. So you're exchanging will. Yeah, you're kind of filtering for will. That's fine, But the first one, I think the first one's the one that can get really crazy because, yeah. Put it into your field. That's the thing. If it's a Resonator, put it into your field. Process that. It can be something gigantically busted and you're free casting it. You're not paying will for it. That's a little too wicked. Then the GAT art, recover this card. J Resonators you control gain Swiftness and Flying until end of turn. Yeah, you can win games very quickly with something like this, and that's why it got banned. And of course, because if it's a Resonator, put it into your field, you don't need will of any attribute. It can be anything. It can be a big darkness Resonator, a big dragon in darkness, and you don't have any will for it. Who cares? You're casting it for free. Yeah, so actually, even in this particular cube, I would amend this for fun to tone it down, and I would say that you can put it in your hand, not in the field. That's how I would have amended this card. And of course, if you have to put it in your hand, then you have to use will to cast it, and that really limits the insanity. Okay, so then the special stone that goes with Pricia. When this card leaves your field for a non-field zone, draw a card. And of course, that's where this clause is actually helpful. I get it now. Because put target magic stone you control on the bottom of its owner's magic stone deck. So you're going to take this thing, you already have it, put it on the bottom, draw something else, and draw a card. Yeah, I would do that all day. Very good. Very good stuff. Okay, let's go through. So of course, I'll discuss the non-dual color cards in one shot. I would say I just put all kinds of bustedness in this deck. Just make it like really, really strong. Why not? But I think for home play and in the cube, I would amend that. I would not let that happen. Any one of these free casting abilities in a trading card game always goes south. Always. Now, I'm in blue, so I can use the blue toolkit. Captain Hook will go in here. I think Captain Hook is not banned either. Then the red-green cards are simple. Very much like in Magic, they just hit face. Swiftness, first strike, gains +5, 100, 0. Swiftness, gains flying. The theme, it's the theme. Banish a stone, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into your field. Yeah, just filtering your stones. 200 damage for each fire stone you control, divide as you choose. Yeah, that's alright. Swiftness, yeah. Target J Resonator cannot block this turn. Very good. That's pretty good. Gains 200 until end of turn, or gains, yeah, a butt or a hit, depending on your will. It can get pretty big, because you can just pump it. You can pump the butt and pump the attack. Target J Resonator you control may attack up to X times this turn. Oh my god. Until end of turn, attacking does not cause that card to rest. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Okay, and then Marabella the Machine Hearted. That's very interesting that Marabella would be here as a red-green resonator. Enters your field, search. Yeah, okay, so it gives you will. For a non-special, it's gotta be non-special magic stone, and put it into your field. Resonance with fire, put a blast counter. Resonance with wind, put a breeze counter. Remove a blast counter, deal 500 damage. Remove a breeze counter, cancel target chant unless it's control of pace 1. Very good card, yeah. I would definitely think of putting it in here, yeah. I'll look up Pricia deck builds from before when it was banned and see what people were putting in it. In this particular build, just this one build, I don't think this is going to survive. It's just for the joy of doing whatever I want. I would actually put the 12 kimonos in this deck. Would I? See, that's going to give me... Yeah, this is the dud. This is not a good idea. I'm sorry. I just realized. So... It's difficult by picking 5 rulers in 2 colors and arbitrarily giving each one the other 5 pairs that were not picked. I screwed up. This is not correct. This doesn't work in here. This treasury items and Pricia just don't see eye to eye. So actually what I will do for the next iteration is, I think I'm going to have to do a swap and put these cards somewhere else and then bring in other cards. So there will be one of the other 4 rulers. I'll think about which of the other 4 rulers is friendly to treasury items, because Pricia just wants resonators all day long, and so it will actually just neuter the deck completely. Maybe that's a good thing, I don't know. Anyways, I'll discuss these cards here just because I'm here and I want to fit them in a video, so I discuss them. But the Kaguya Treasury Items deck is a lot of fun. I have built it before. Yeah. So Mistia, when this card enters your field, you may search your deck for a treasury item, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your deck. When this card is put into a graveyard from your field, you may put a treasury item Total cost 3 or less from your hand into your field. Beautiful card. Choose one. If you control water and wind and another wind, so they have to be separate, then you may choose both. Cancel target spell, target chant, target chant spell, draw a card. Or put a treasury item with total cost 3 or less from your hand into your field. It would be a kimono most likely. It will be this one. There it is. This is a beautiful card. I have built this deck and I will build it again because it gives plus 100 for each kimono. So you can boost something plus 1200 and win the game. Whenever this card becomes rested, you may rest target resonator. I'm just showing it. Another treasury item. When it enters your field, remove the top 3 cards of your deck from the game. You may look at them at any time. You may play cards from your removed area that were removed by this card. So you probably put them under this card in the game just so that your opponent knows what the heck you're doing. Enter the field, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. Scry 4. Not bad. Other additions you control cannot be destroyed, that being treasury items. When this card becomes rested, target resonator gains minus 200, until end of turn. Yeah, the treasury items need to go somewhere else. There is no way that they fit the Pricia deck. So I'm going to stop right here, and then in the next video I'm going to crack a few packs just to end the day on a pack crack thingy.